is that all of their wealth is going to get burned up by end-of-life care.
Karma's about to catch up to the boomers fast. This creator's video, please go watch it. It really made me think of my maternal grandfather. And I'm going to talk about him. Because although I have good memories of him, he was a good grandfather to me. He was a piece of shit as a person. He was manipulative, he was abusive, he had no empathy for other people. He did whatever the fuck he wanted to. If he knew it was going to make him money, he didn't give a fuck who he screwed over. And most of this I did not know until after he died. He died in 2008. So like after he died, I was like, holy fuck, I didn't know this guy at all. He was in jail at one point in his life for embezzlement. I know that he, at least on one occasion, committed insurance fraud, though, you know, nobody can prove it now. When my grandmother, his wife, was diagnosed with breast cancer, he manipulated her, convinced her to take all of her name off of everything that they had. And he told her that this was so that if, you know, all the medical debt accumulated and they started to try to come after her, they wouldn't lose everything. He said it was for their protection. It was not. My grandmother had about a 6th grade education, so he greatly took advantage of her. And he did this so that he could win out with all of their money and leave her with nothing. And he did. He had an open affair for years. Fathered a child with this other woman. Like, I have a half aunt who is like 9 months younger than me. And I did not know about that until I was about 10 or 11 years old when I met her for the first time. And the only reason that I met her was because he found out he was going to die. And when he found that out, he went, okay, well, I'm divorcing you. I'm going to go marry this woman and spend my remaining years raising this other child. And that's exactly what he did. My grandmother, to this day, lives with my parents, has very little to herself. Like, she lives off of Social Security. She has a car, but that's about all she has. And my grandmother's an angel. She's a fucking angel. She still loved that man. She was never with anybody else after him, after everything he did to her. But this video really got me thinking, like, wow, if he were alive, what would he be doing right now? Because I think he'd be freaking the fuck out. I think he'd be looking at trying to keep himself going for as long as he could. And he'd be looking at, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to do this. Spent his whole life screwing people over so that he could climb to the top. And if he were here today, every last penny would just go to trying to save his life. Or trying to make him as comfortable as possible. Trying to pay his bills. Trying to stay in a house. Most of the boomers amassed their wealth by stepping on the people below them. Just stepping on their necks and keeping them down. And they're about to fucking find out. They fucked around. They're about to find out. I don't have a lot of hope for this country, but I do hope that after the boomers are gone, we can make it a little better.